I'm here with my friend Carlos Moreno. Carlos has a restaurant in Paris called Comer.
Comer.
And you might say, I'm not coming to Paris to have Mexican food, and I'm going to tell you that if you want really good Mexican food, you need to come to Paris and eat at Comer. It really is truly one of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever been into in my life.
Oh, that's a very nice compliment. Thank you so
But
much.
it's very good. Everybody loves your restaurant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, everyone likes you too.
Thanks for hosting me today. I'm really happy to be here.
A lot of people might be familiar with chocolate that comes in packages like this.
This is very Mexican, like very traditional Mexican chocolate. This type of tablets, sometimes it's only chocolate, sometimes we blend some spices on it.
This one has cinnamon, coffee.
Sugar, cinnamon, allspice.
Allspice, not Old Spice.
Yeah.
Old Spice is a cologne in America.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of your accent, sorry. It's cute. It's fine. People make fun of my accent all the time. No. So the chocolate usually comes like this, and this is normally not chocolate that you would bake with.
Normally we use it for chocolate caliente. So you will melt it with milk and then foam with a molinillo or a blender, and then you'll serve. Because in Mexico we really appreciate having hot chocolate with espuma.
Okay,
espumoso.
with foam.
Yeah, with a little foam.
Like this. So we're not going to make hot chocolate today. We're going to make one of the specialties, one of the great desserts of your restaurant. These are mole brownies.
Yeah, exactly. So we do this recipe inspired from a mole sauce, a blend of spices and chilies and sesame and peanuts. So all those ingredients that are related to a mole sauce, and then we bring it back to a dessert. We're going to use this chocolate.
Okay. This is 70% cocoa.
Yeah, I like to do dark chocolate.
So bakers buy chocolate in little tiny pistos like this. It makes the chocolate easy to melt and measure. You melt the chocolate and the butter over a bain-marie.
Yeah.
Which is a water bath.
Yes. We're going to also add the spices here.
Okay.
So they infuse better with the butter and the chocolate.
Okay. Do you want to know a baker's trick? If you put the butter in first, the butter melts faster, okay?
Yeah,
we have to start all over again.
No.
So you use a mélange, a mix of spices in this to make the mole flavor. Because mole is a paste, and it usually has 20-something ingredients, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we're gonna use chipotle and ancho chilies. So we're gonna use these, and then we're gonna use a little bit of cinnamon and anise, and then after we're gonna add the sesame seeds and the peanuts.
So you use a half a teaspoon of most of the spices?
Yes.
Actually, of all the spices.
Yeah.
And another secret ingredient, which isn't such a big secret, is really good vanilla in cooking.
Yeah.
And Mexico is known for its exceptional vanilla. There's cheap Mexican vanilla, which you shouldn't buy. You know, the stuff it costs $1 at the border.
Yeah.
This is really high quality Mexican vanilla. Is your life changed?
Yeah. It's really good. Yeah, we have a very.
Look at that smile. Yeah, I used to see people telling me, bragging that they went to Mexico and they bought like a quart of vanilla, and it said real vanilla on the label. I'm like, a quart of vanilla is not going to cost $1. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're going to add the spice meat.
Now, French people are not known for their love of spices. When French people eat at Comer and they eat a brownie like this, do they like it? It's a little spicy?
Yeah. I'm always surprised because I think, traditionally they didn't like spices, but I think everything is changing and they're liking more and more spices. It's like they're discovering something they think it's just that it was not in their culture.
Well, what's interesting is French food always was enjoyed with wine, and spices aren't necessarily the best friend of wine. So I think that's another reason people didn't eat a lot of spices in France.
Yeah.
So right now the butter, the spices, and the chocolate are melted, and you can smell that the spices have infused the butter. Chocolate has a lot of fat in it as well. Yeah. So you've really pulled out the flavor. Can I smell it closer?
Yeah. Should we just do the eggs?
Yeah.
I will do it here. Normally, I do it in the other way. I do it with a knife usually. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna whisk and add the sugar.
So you're really beating this.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Want not too much air, because if you add too much air, then they will be more like a cake, and I want the brownies to be very fudgy.
Ready?
Yeah.
I love baking with chocolate.
Yeah.
People ask me why I wrote a chocolate book. It's like really one of my favorite things in the world. I'm gonna get every drop out.
Up. Okay.
I went to chocolate school in France and Belgium, and if we left this much chocolate in the bowl, the teacher would come over and like, you forgot all that. So you gotta get all the chocolate.
So tell me more about your new book.
My new book, well, I love chocolate. And the chocolate world, I originally wrote the book in 2004.
Yeah.
And the world of chocolate has changed a lot since then about chocolate. There's just so much knowledge, but people have questions like what are percentages? What country makes the best chocolate? People have questions like that. And so I wanted to answer them in a very easy to understand format. Okay, so this is this beautiful batter. Lisse.
Yeah, lisse.
Lisse.
And then we're gonna add the sesame seeds and the peanuts.
Okay, and then...
And the vanilla, sorry.
Yes, and also I made some chocolate extract. The recipe is also in my book, how to make this. And it's just cocoa nibs
Yeah,
infused with a little bit of alcohol.
that's a good idea. We can add a little bit if you want.
peu.
Yeah.
I'm either ruining your recipe or making it better.
No.
Not improving,
Better.
adding to it.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. I like. We add the vanilla, the chocolate, and then the sesame seeds, and now we're gonna add some peanuts.
Okay. And that's 25 grams of each,
Yeah.
according to the recipe. The batter is beautiful.
Look at the color; it's so bright.
Can I taste it?
Yeah.
Is that bad? It's amazing how the spices go really well with the chocolate, because the chocolate's kind of rich, but then the spices come after.
Yeah, and then you have the chipotle smoky notes that
Yeah.
came after.
Oh.
It's very long in your mouth after, right?
Oh yeah, the batter's really good. So you've lined a baking pan that's been sprayed with nonstick spray. You could use butter with parchment paper.
Yep.
And it's nice to have a little bit left on the sides to pull it out later. I love having other people come to my house to bake for me because I'm always doing the baking here. So it's really a pleasure having you here.
It's nice to come and bake for you. Yeah, out from the oven.
Hey, brownies. So these are nicely baked. They're still a little bit soft. You can feel they're still warm, but they're going to keep baking, and you don't want overcooked brownies.
No.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
So,
Vámonos.
yeah, vamos a cortarlo.
Vamos.
So, up.
You know who likes brownies?
Who?
Romain.
Really? Romain, come and taste.
We have a brownie taster here.
Hey, come here.
Tu aimes les brownies?
Oui, j'adore.
Okay, he likes brownies very much. Allez-y. Now, some people like the corners. Il y a des gens qui aiment les
There's edges, yeah.
des angles.
Le canapé ou le lit.
Oui, the couch or the bed. So I'm going to take this. So these are beautiful. They're really dense, rich, moist brownies. And the spices, you can, when you smell them, les épices sont exceptionnelles.
You can feel the chili after that comes really at the end.
How do you serve these in the restaurant at Comer?
At Comer, we have we top this with cajeta, which is Mexican caramel, and then we put a little bit of cacao nibs, peanuts, and sesame to a little bit of crust, and then we serve it with an atole sauce. So atole is normally a drink in Mexico, but we do a cold atole with vanilla, mezcal, and corn.
Mezcal is fabulous. And
Wait.
Yeah,
chocolate.
mezcal and chocolate works really well. So you have this smoky corn and the vanilla.
I think I have some mezcal here, and we're going to finish these with mezcal. Thank you so much for coming over and baking these here in my garden, in my kitchen.
Thanks for the invitation. I'm very, very happy to bake with you and to share this recipe.
I appreciate that you're part of the Paris chocolate scene. You're adding a Mexican edition, which is really actually very well appreciated here in Paris. So thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, gracias.
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 Gracias, amigos.